Collingwood has turned a 2-point deficit into a 13-point break at half-time. Can they carry it on in the third term, or can the Cats come out clawing in this quarter? The vital one in this game as Flanagan wins it out of the middle, but can they take it away? Bright held whilst not in possession. It'll be free kick. Terry Bright to put Geelong into attack. They want a quick goal to start proceedings. Brownless is out wide on the flank. So too is Christensen. Brownless looks for the hand pass. Christensen almost threw it out. Shaw couldn't take it. That was Gary. Socket off the ground by Lidner. Oh, don't tell me he's goal. Try that one on for goal of the day. Absolute luck. But Bruce Lidner has done it. 7-10 plays 6-9, and that's just what the Cats wanted to start this third term.
Yes. I think even Bruce Lidner would have been surprised there, Sandy.
Do you, Bob?
I do, Sandy. Lidner now lining up at centre half forward. Brownless back at full forward. 52-45. 7 points to margin. From the bounce. Fellows taken by Gary Shaw towards McMullen. An awkward bounce. McMullen taps it forward for Gary Shaw again. Well tackled by Couch and penalised accordingly. Ball Couch. A hand pass wide to Cleve. Cleve, a short kick. Drum and Smith. Smith punches the ball away for Collingwood. Flanagan taps it back. O'Keefe tackling, and he's tackled.
Tackled by his own man.
Tackled by Damien Drum.
Drum tackled.
That should be a baller.
Well, let's note that one. Drum was tackled by Cleve, and Collingwood got the free kick. It's unbelievable. Hockey. What's wrong, Robert? You can't believe it either.
I don't think the supporters can either.
Collingwood into attack through Darren Malone. What a ripper for What's Your Decision. If our boys can hear it, Graham, let's make a note of that one. Here goes Collingwood down towards Taylor, playing from behind again. Williams, he was looking to try and get it back to BT. Not successful, however. Turner receives the hand pass and can run it out of defence. In towards the half-back line. Christensen gets the handball away, and Geelong look good as they come from half-back. Turner, following play down, has a bounce, goes long, up towards the left forward pocket, but it is a leg break, and Morwood is quite content to see it over the line. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
I suppose when they're laying sideways, the colours are pretty similar, Sandy.
They've both got white shorts on. There's the throw-in. Oh, dear. The Fellows was in front. Taken by Morgan. At the back is Brownless. How's the bounce? Now, the big fella just goes towards the line. Greg Phillips is with him. And it goes over the line. Early Brownless. 2 goals to date. 1 in the first, 1 in the second term. Flanagan in front, looking to farm the ball down. They all go down. Burgess at the bottom of the pack tried to get it out. Geez, Breeze lightning work there because he's lost it. And the free kick has gone the way of big Darren Flanagan. Hasn't goaled today. Make it interesting if he can do something here. Oh, it's a shot.
Only a ruckman could do it.
Jack Dyer will like that. Straight down the throat of Morwood. In fact, it wasn't the throat, it was the stomach. It was that low. Handball across the top to Gary Shaw. Greg Phillips does the shepherding work, and they're out of trouble once again.
To Sumner. Sumner now with a left foot kick towards centre wing. McEwen over the top. Almost took the mark. Marty Christensen gets the hand pass in. O'Keefe in underneath. Can't get the ball clear, and the umpire coming in to indicate that he'll bounce the ball on centre wing members' side of the ground. Clayton about to put the ball down. Flanagan against Fellows. The bounce favours Fellows. Went to grab it out of the ruck. Hocking gets a hand pass out towards Couch. Couch tackled, got the hand pass in there, put Morgan under all sorts of trouble, and Morgan's hand pass comes over the boundary line for a throw-in to take place. Still on centre wing members' side of the ground.
No sign able to break clear at the moment, and well, we've said all along, this could be the close one of the day here at Victoria Park today. Pressure on both sides to record a victory. Couch, clear, then loses it. Clear again, gets it across to Morgan. He bounces his way across the half-forward line. Can you have another one? No. He says, I'll kick it. Billy Brownless will come in, but it's just too close. Socket off the ground, and through, in fact, out of bounds. Well, he went right across the face of play. So, throw in the left forward pocket. And Geelong, Bobby, doing all the attacking in the opening minutes of this third term.
Only put one goal on the board, though, Sandy.
True. Gary Shaw clears for the Pies. Back towards the centre. No mark taken. It was a poor delivery. Hawkins clear, dummies the handball nicely. It's a poor kick, however. Back towards the half-forward line. Pushed out wide, and now an opportunity for Collingwood through Darren Mullane to get out of trouble. Out towards Williams. Mark Williams, Collingwood skipper. Gets behind a drop punt. In towards Cloak. They all come over the top. Hocking. Mullane threw it out. And the umpire's giving him a free kick. What for, Robert? Held whilst not in possession.
Held the ball, Sandy, Mullane, so it was against him. His boss now gives the hand pass on to Hoyles. Offloaded as he kicked the ball. Drum takes a nice mark. Plays on immediately.
Well,
kick dropping short. Brownless was being hung on to. No free kick paid as Smith gives the hand pass out. Morwood's first on the scene. Hand passes back to Phillips. Good defensive work as Greg Phillips now gives the hand pass wide to Burgess. Burgess a long hand pass towards Jamie Turner. Awkward bounce, but Turner traps it well. Hand passes over the top to Gary Shaw. Collingwood getting out of it well. A poor kick from Shaw. Trapped by Williams. Breaks the tackle from Hoyles. Mark Williams goes forward. Brian Taylor gets a favourable bounce. Swings around. Breaks the tackle from the boundary line. A magnificent goal by Taylor. A ripper for his fourth.
Well, that's a tremendous kick. Tremendous play from those two players in screen. Mark Williams and Brian Taylor. BT's booted number 4. 8-10 plays 6-9 on Seven's big lead.
Right on the boundary line. Taylor making no mistake to bring up 4 goals, 5 to his credit. Exactly half the Collingwood score. Sandy?
Centre bounce once again. Bounce that favours Flanagan, although Tony Shaw used the body nicely. Taken by O'Keefe. To the half-forward line for the Cats. Pushed out wide. Johnson first to it. Not Johnson, it was Christensen, who's still there at the bottom. Damien Drum comes over the top to lend assistance, so too Darren Morgan, with the umpire decides it. The Cats wanting a goal to stay with the Pies. Fellows was held.
West Fellows on the half-back line. Directs play in towards the centre, and Cloak takes the mark. His first for the day. David Cloak lays on a long kick, looking for Taylor. Punched away by Reynolds, well taken by Marty Christensen, but the hand pass intercepted by Mullane. Could have been a free kick upfield, but it's offloaded there by Reynolds. I thought it might have been a free kick upfield because Mullane popped one after he got rid of the ball, but none forthcoming.
Johnson off for Geelong, and it looks like Craig Evans coming onto the ground.
Taylor tried to take it. Morgan was legged. Christensen, dummy, now gives the hand pass wide, looking for O'Keefe. O'Keefe taps the ball on, gathers it in well. Daniels in pursuit, but O'Keefe puts the ball up towards centre wing, and a nice mark taken by Drum. 15-metre penalty will be paid, so Damien Drum comes up to the point of the centre square. Gets a lead from Brownless. Kick dropped short though, and Shane Morwood takes the mark. Morwood up towards centre wing, and the Cloak takes yet another mark. Free kick, whatever you like. Hasn't been paid the mark, it's been paid the free kick. Either way, it didn't matter. So David Cloak on centre wing. Cloak favouring the drop punt towards half forward. Christensen punches the ball away. Gary Shaw first on the scene. Tackled, loses it, picked up by Williams. Hand passed forward and was then held, according to umpire Mitchell. It was possibly penalising the side as Shaw goes wide from the point of the square. Daniels puts the ball long, looking for Taylor. Taylor in the front, can't quite take it on the second grab. Mullane picks it up, a goal coming up from Darren Mullane. Now he's missed a sitter.
Yeah. Point blank range. And Darren Mullane has kicked his first pointer. Will be running back there saying, what on earth have I done? 8-11, plays 6-9, but the Pies are threatening. threatening to break clear. O'Keefe sets himself. Williams forced on the defensive from behind, affects the spoil. Now an opportunity for Geelong to clear through Hoyles. Back towards centre wing. Over the top comes Lindner, but half an hour too early. Bright tried to soccer it clear. Eventually Morwood's hand pass out towards Burgess, a fit of the fumbles, but he has support through Turner's leg. And Jamie retrieves his right ankle. And he'll go back. He's thinking about that hand pass out wide to Burgess. But he'll go back and take it. To the half-forward line. Cloak in an arm wrestling competition. So they're null and void, those two. To ground and a bounce. Played some 11 minutes of this third term, and Collingwood at the moment retaining the lead that they have and threatening to go further ahead. Geelong trying desperately to cling. Cloak used the body. Christensen's kick down towards centre wing. Turner again. He's had a fine day, Bob, hasn't he?
Played well, Eddie. 11 kicks, 7 hand passes.
Jamie Turner. Close to the man on the mark. To half forward. Plenty of flyers again. Who's waiting down? Now an opportunity as the hurried kick comes from McMullen down towards Taylor. Number 5. Thank you, says BT, and he puts it out into the street. Good night, Sharon. Stands straight over the top.
Why would he bother to kick it out into the street, Sandy? What
enthusiasm. But I know the point you make. Well, been a long time coming for him. Back in business. 9-11, plays 6-9. They're looking better in this term, Bob.
They're playing well. Mullen is proving a dangerous player. An excellent first half and carrying on in this third term. Centre bounce. The same two ruckmen. Flanagan of Geelong, Fellows of Collingwood. 65 to 45, 20 points the margin. It was 13 points at half-time as Fellows streaming through, couldn't quite get the ball clear. O'Keefe takes the ball. A floating kick, an awkward one to mark. Morgan gets the hand pass through to Evans. Evans will go straight down. No, he hand passes across to Christensen, and Christensen steadies right through the centre. You could tell by the silence that Damien Christensen had put it through for 4 points.
Not a word. But Damien Christensen kicks his first, and Geelong start to close the gap. 9-11 plays 7-9 on Sevens Big League, and it's only a margin of 14 points. Just a couple of straight kicks, they're back in business. Main scorer on the ground, Collingwood's Brian Taylor. 5 goals forward to his credit to date. In fact, 5-5. Thank you, Robert. Here's the centre bounce again. Let's see what happens this time. Fellows, it ricochets off the fist of Flanagan. And, well, I think there could have been a Geelong free kick to Couch at the bottom. Attacking too high, but the umpire said no, we'll have a bounce. So they can all come in now. Bees round a honeypot. It's a bounce that favours Wes Fellows. He taps it straight to the opposition, Mick Turner. Lindner was legged as he went to ground. This allows Phillips in. He loves that big, long, characteristic handball out towards the half-back flank. Going to ground was Mike Gafer. Loses it, but he tackled Couch effectively. Morgan, however, dummies nicely. Passes into half-forward. Lindner the target. Likes to try and climb like a ladder. Has support through Evans. A high kick in towards full forward. Billy Brownless stands his ground and takes them up. Well, Brownless kicked 1 goal in the first term, 1 in the second. But his opportunities since that time have been somewhat limited. Going for goal number 3 and a chance to peg the margin back to 8 points. No, in the top of the post. Billy, 2 goals, 3 to your credit. And 65 plays 52.
Greg Phillips to bring the ball back into play. Goes for the long kick, looking for McEwen. Almost a one-hander for McEwen. Taps the ball on. Daniels comes through the lens support. Gets it across to Tony Shaw. Long hand pass finds Shane Morwood. Morwood swings it wide, looking for Cloak. Too high for Cloak, but backing up is Jamie Turner. Turner straightens up now. Could easily score from here. Won't quite make the distance. Taylor touches it. A I think it was going through for a point anyway, as Brian Taylor tried to take that mark, possibly pushed his opponent in the back, but no free kick. 14 points to margin as Reynolds looks for O'Keefe. Greg Smith punches the ball away.
Oh!
An awkward bounce that time for Cleve. Daniels coming through. Umpire Mitchell saying that he had no chance of getting rid of it, so a bounce will take place. A bounce short of half forward, about 40 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Cloak will compete for Collingwood, Cleve for Geelong. Cloak gets the tap, intercepted by Boss. Kick dropping short. Terry Bright comes out in front, gathers it well, tackle, loses it, taps the ball forward. Christensen picks it up. Damien Christensen, that is, gets the hand pass out to Turner. Turner swings back in towards the centre. Goes long, looking for Brownless. Couches there. It's punched away by Tony Shaw. Sumner gathers the ball in. Swings it wide and finds Greg Phillips. A long hand pass. Tony Shaw accepts it. Gives it on to Gaper. Likewise to Williams. Williams straight into the tackle.
He get hurt too.
Well, it's a free kick to Williams, but I don't agree with that. I thought he fell into that one.
He did.
The hand passes out to Tony Shaw. Shaw's kick. Cloak, Cleve. Daniels trying to gain possession. Can't do so. Hoyles comes out. He loses it. A big pack forming. No, the umpires let play form come on. And Morgan floats the ball forward. Punched away by Sumner. Gafer first on the scene for Collingwood. Throws the ball out to Tony Shaw. Morwood picks it up. A hand pass to Gary Shaw. And from the centre, Gary Shaw directs it out towards the half-forward line. Almost a mark down there to Collins. Collins still in there after it. O'Keefe picks it up. Tackle, loses it, and will be penalised.
Jamie Turner again. What a day he's having.
Jamie Turner from the half-forward line. Hand passes wide to Greg Smith. Should put into the square. Taylor in the front position. 2 grabs. Taylor takes the mark. Goal number 6 coming up. 5 goals so far to Brian Taylor. And Collingwood doing the right thing. They left the forward line open, but Geelong's ruckman making no attempt to get down there and give support to Reynolds. So Brian Taylor directly in front, right through the centre. 6 goals, 5 to Brian Taylor. Taylor saying thank you to his teammate upfield, and it's 10 goals, 12, 72 to 7-10-52. A 20-point margin in favour of Collingwood, 18 minutes into the third term.
Brian Taylor still has kicked half exactly of his team's score. Whereas my maths shocking.
I think you failed plastic.
He's kicked in excess of half. 6 goals. It's a fine effort. 3 in this term, 2 in the second, 1 in the first. Centre backs. Yes, I would have been correct had it been 12-10, not 10-12, Robert. From the centre, Fellows. Straight down the throat of Turner. Free kick is going to be paid to Morwood at halfback. Oh, you were off. You were off, Mr. Morwood. And in comes a gimme goal for Geelong, kicked by Craig Evans. Well, he was definitely off. And so Evans boots Geelong's 3rd goal for the quarter.
Pieces of play like that really make you wonder, don't they?
8-10, plays 10-12, and it's pieces of play like that that are keeping Geelong within striking distance. It's only 14 points. A couple of straight kicks, and back in business again for what should be a crackerjack final term. 72 plays 58. Centre bounce. Flanagan, Boss, high ball, gathering little distance. Waiting down, Christensen, pushed wide. Morwood, he won't be too happy with it. So we say, right, I'm going to fix this up. Down towards the left half forward flank, only to see the mark taken there by Johnny Hoyles. Hoyles plays on straight away with handball, and the Cats go into their attacking zone once again. Who's waiting down? No one. It's a chance for Darren Mullane to clear. Back towards the half back line, and the mark taken by Neville Shaw. In towards the centre. Cloak from behind. Forced onto the defensive. A high kick up towards half forward once again, and it'll see Tony Burgess take the mark. Quick hand pass to Greg Smith. He could have gone wider to Greg Phillips, but elects to swing it back in towards the centre. Jamie Turner, who's been a winning player today, couldn't take the mark. The umpire allowing play to go on before a push in the back was a decision. And Geelong players and Bob Skilton not impressed by that. So, play goes on. Greg Smith is the running player. Out wide towards the right half forward flank. And Collingwood really starting to attack now. This is Darren Collins looking to go forward. Taylor's the man of the moment. He's got 6. He flies in the pack. Williams waits down. Now this will bounce. He guided that beautifully through goal. Played Marcus. That's his first. And a very, very sensible kick for goal.
So it wasn't the best looking kick, Sandy, but very deliberate, that kick by Mark Williams. And there was no doubt that he meant it came off the boot exactly the way that Mark Williams meant it, to take the score to 11-12, 8-10, 78-58. Once again, 20 points the margin as Mark Williams comes around to the side of the centre square. Centre bounce. Flanagan gets the tap down. It runs past O'Keefe, to O'Keefe, past Couch, off the side of the boot. Shane Morwood out in front, goes after it again. Taps it wide, not quite wide enough, but it comes out to Mullane now. Hooks the ball back in towards the centre. Hoyles tries to trap it. And I think the umpire, Clayton, will decide to bounce the ball. Not far from the centre circle. About 10 metres on the Collingwood side of the centre. Flanagan gets the tap. Neville Shaw can't get the ball far. Kicked off the ground by Williams. Hocking came through off the side of the boot. Sumner first on the scene for Collingwood. Touched by Boss. Gary Shaw with a hand pass across to McMullen. McMullen should go long because it's a 2-out duel between Taylor and Reynoldsson. Taylor shepherding, Reynoldsson coming through, taps the ball forward. Mullane does well to come through. Pop one too high. And Mullane will take the free kick, only 25 metres out from goal. On a fairly acute angle, but still plenty of goal open. Darren Mullane. Yet to put a goal on the board. So Mullane, 30 metres out from goal. Very deliberate in his approach. Favours the drop punt. Swinging back, and I think the goal umpire will indicate full points to Darren Mullane. His first goal, Collingwood's 12th. Very happy Collingwood fan marking that goal to Darren Mullane as they go to 12 goals, 12. 84 with Geelong on 8-10, 58.
Darren Mullane having 1, Brian Taylor having 6. In Mullen 2, and singles also to Jamie Turner, Neville Shaw and Mark Williams. We're a minute and a half away from entering time on in this third term, and Collingwood starting to stamp their authority on this game. Another bounce in the middle. After Jamie Turner not letting his opponent clear. Flanagan in front. Socket off the ground by Morgan eventually down towards Lidner, who flicked it out delightfully, but the umpire said it might have been delightful, but it was illegal. I thought he looked all right, Bobby.
I thought he did too, Sandy.
He acted like greased lightning, the umpire, in picking that up. So Morwood is the recipient of the free kick. O'Keefe. Oh, 1, 2, 3 grabs, but not quite paid the mark. So a bounce just about in the middle of the ground. About to enter time on. Collingwood leading, Geelong wanting a couple of quick goals. Neville Shaw goes to the half-forward line, and a good mark taken there by Martin Christensen.
So Marty Christensen from the half-back line. A hand pass on to Boss. Likewise, Morgan to Marty Christensen. Spears the pass forward to Brownless, who takes the mark at centre-half forward. 15-metre penalty will bring him within kicking distance.
He'd kick it from there anyway, wouldn't he, Bobby?
Well, I would imagine so, Sandy. Kicked 2 goals, but could easily have had 4 or 5 on the board. Hasn't really kicked well today, Bill Brownless. I know that he can kick a football, not just from the games he's played in VFL football, but from the number of times I've seen him with Assumption College. It's Brownless from directly in front. Now that's what he kicks like. The goal umpire does not move.
3 goals to Bill Brownless. And Geelong keep hanging in this game at Victoria Park, with the scoreboard showing Collingwood 12-12, 84, Geelong 9-10, 64. Once again, the margin is back to 20 points, and we've played just about a minute of time on in this third term. Brownless' contribution, 3 goals, 3 for the match so far. Here's the centre bounce. Another one here for the Cats prior to this three-quarter time siren, and the door will be open for a great final turn. It still is now, as Tony Shaw gets a kick up towards the half-forward line. Gary Shaw, well, the umpire said no, it was touched, play on. Couch is tackled fiercely by Williams. There was a decent old shove in the back. The umpires picked that one up.
A bit late with this,
about 20 minutes late. Nevertheless, the ball will go back.
It was a free kick.
Yep, my word. O'Keefe. Brownless is edged out. There's so many there. Evans, a high kick. Now this could bounce. It has bounced. And Geelong with 2 quick goals. And that's Evans' second, are back in business. The margin is now only 14 points. And Bobby, that's exactly what the Cats wanted.
Yes, it certainly is, Sandy. That means that this quarter has been very even. Only 1 point has been gained by Collingwood. It was a 13-point margin at half-time. Geelong had a 2-point margin at quarter time. So no matter, although Collingwood looked as though they might have gained the ascendancy with a 26-point lead at one stage in this term, Geelong coming back 84-74, 14 points. Peter Johnston in the ruck for Geelong. Tony Shaw went to kick it off the ground. Hoyle's coming through. It's taken by Williams. His kick slightly smothered. It comes to Gary Shaw. A goal coming up as Gary Shaw puts it forward. He's just offline though. 1 point under the result. And O'Keefe and McEwen. There's the board, 85-70. As Reynolds goes to the outer side of the ground. No mark. Comes through to the back. Turner coming through. Comes onto the left foot. Puts the pass forward, looking for Lindner. Morwood. Apart from one mistake, playing an excellent game. Morwood's kick. Punched away by Gary Shaw, away from Turner. It goes over the boundary line for a throw-in to take place, midway between centre wing and half-forward, flank for Collingwood. From the throw-in. Clote. Boss coming in. Pushing the back, according to the umpire. And so Gary Shaw will take the kick. Doesn't take the kick, gives the hand pass to Williams. Cross towards centre half-forward. Turner, Jamie Turner, playing an excellent game for Collingwood, and from centre half forward he should have the shot. He's directly in front. He has kicked 1 goal for Collingwood. No, the son of a former Collingwood great, Ken Turner, who played for Collingwood and Victoria, and a fine winger for Collingwood. So Jamie Turner from centre half forward. Nice looking kick from Jamie Turner. 2 goals for Turner. Lovely kick from Turner. He's played a fine game.
And a steadier, Bobby, for the Magpies. They moved to 13-13, 91, again opening up that 21-point break. The Cats 10-10-70, and just over 29 minutes played in this third quarter. So it looks as though they'll go into the break a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 straight kick lead, Collingwood, but anything can happen in the final. From the centre bounce once again, it's Neville Shaw's short kick that is trapped well. O'Keefe has an airy, so he says, I'll have another shot, and he does. High to the half-forward line. Lindner tries to use the body, waiting out wide is Tony Burgess. Burgess gets it clear towards Darren Mullane. Down to the half-forward line once again. Tony Shaw now up towards the pocket region, and the mark has been taken by David Clark. Well, Cloakey's had a bit of a quiet first half, but has come into it in this third term. Second mark in this term to David Cloak. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle, a flat-looking drop punt. It doesn't matter. It's effective. He's goal. And the Maggies move away again. A margin of 27 points. And David Cloak kicks his first goal. 14-13 to 10-10 on Seven's big lead.
That could be a decisive margin at this stage of the game, Sandy. 31 minutes into the quarter. Ryan Taylor come out to say well done to David Cloak. Taylor showing a lot of enthusiasm for the team today. 27 points the margin in favour of Collingwood. Tony Shaw not travelling much distance. Hocking takes possession. The left foot kick up towards Peter Johnson, who takes a nice mark. Hand passes immediately to Christensen. Phillips in the front position. Brownless well out of position on that occasion. Brownless made no attempt to lead. And now Phillips across the goal. It bounces over the boundary line, so we're throwing to take place forward pocket for Geelong. With Collingwood on 14-13. Geelong 10-10 as the siren sounds for three-quarter time. And it's 14-13, 97. Geelong 10-10, 70.
Was Martin Christensen. The kick off the ground finds Lindner over to Turner, who's got pace. Will have too much pace for Turner, for Jamie Turner, but it's Turner for Geelong having a shot for goal, and he's put it through.
Up goes Turner. Nice hand pass Morwood. Mullane goes for the run. He can keep on going. It's about time he kicked it. Long down towards Cloak. Reynoldsson with him. Cloak almost took it. In front, Gary Shaw. Out to Neville Shaw. Down to Taylor. Fellows wins this one. Nicely done from McMullen out to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw to Gary Shaw. Gary Shaw beat his opponent back to Tony. Tony fumbles a bit. Here comes McMullen. McMullen will have a shot for goal. And McMullen lays it through.
High kick, doesn't cover much distance. Morgan, slick hand pass out to Evans. Evans onto Damien Christensen, and Christensen off the left boot can score for Geelong.
And here goes Collingwood through Morwood again. Tony Shaw steadies, drives it downfield, looking for McEwen, who's been a good player. Out to Mark Williams. Mark Williams to Jamie Turner. Turner goes on, caught, goes again. Down towards Taylor. Taylor should hit it across towards the square. Bad luck, big fellow. Gets it across to Mark Williams. Left foot snap is a...
Feels good, Bobby, to have a win under the belt after all the pressure we've had during the last 2 weeks, and players are really happy for Leigh and obviously Bobby, and we just hope we can win next week now.
Did the impetus of the week have much impact with the players before the game?
It made a hell of a lot of pressure on the players, outside pressure rather than the pressure that Geelong were going to put on us, and so it did have an effect on us, but it was good that the players were able to rise above that and play reasonably well. Not that well though, but reasonably well.
You yourself, I think, showed more enthusiasm for your teammates than I've seen before. Was it this couple of weeks watching that made that difference?
Oh yeah, I think that makes you hungry for the ball. You know yourself when you've been out and you haven't played for a few weeks, and you see all your mates out there getting a kick, and all you want to do is get back there and get a kick yourself. And you know, I really enjoyed it today, but it was my teammates around me that made me enjoy it so much.
Footscray next week. Can you go on with that one?
Oh, that'll be a very hard game. I don't know how they went today, but...
they don't play tomorrow.
Oh, right, of course, up in Sydney, yeah. So, you know, that'll be a hard game, but we'll just take it week by week, and hopefully we can come out on...
Started to get a few things together, and I was just so glad that we put in 4 quarters.
What was the difference?
I think, well, at half-time we just got together, everyone got together and just made sure that we're going to play the game out and just keep running all day.
Were you pleased with your own performance?
Yes, well, the pressure was on me because last week I played all right first half, but I died out a bit the second half, and I just said to myself, I just got to keep plugging away and play out 4 quarters.
Gary Shaw was out there with you today. It was a vastly improved effort by Gary.
Yes, well, Gary was struggling a little bit early, but he's starting to get his fitness back and played a great